It's loading here. I think that we are on live. Yes, we are. So, good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, people who follow us on YouTube as well. We are here with a group of friends and of our community of Talk and Talk. And we are here for practicing and improving our English skills. Just to let you know a little bit about Talk and Talk. Talk and Talk is a platform of languages where you can practice, you can learn more from different languages such as English, French, Italian, Spanish, Mandarin, Portuguese, German, and some others that are coming the next year. Something interesting about this platform is that we try to create a safe environment where you don't feel afraid about making mistakes. So we don't have a teacher here. I am not playing the role of a teacher here in this immersion. I am a student as well, like you. I'm here just for leading and guiding the conversation. The principal idea here is bring subject to talk about and try to create a real conversation. So we don't correct each other. We are not gonna learn grammatical part of the language of English. We are just gonna try to use all of the English information that we already have in our minds. Okay. We normally start with a short presentation about ourselves to warm up. In my personal opinion, it's so important. Make that warming up. And that's it, guys. So let's start with our self presentation. Okay. I'm going to start with you, Wanda. Please, could you please introduce yourself to us?
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Wanda from Niterói, Rio de Janeiro. Today is really hot here, but yesterday's worst. And I have two sons, one grandson, one daughter-in-law, two cats. What else? I'm a dentist. I like so much my work. Is that for now?
Thanks so much, Wanda. Thank you so much for for coming again here to my English immersion. Let's continue, guys. Diogo, would you mind introducing yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Diogo Naga. I live in São Paulo. I'm 41 years old. Uh, I'm here in Talk Talk since June this year to improve my English skills. I'm married. I'm working at insurance market. And that's it.
Thank you so much, Diogo. And now, Tiago, please introduce yourself to us.
Hello, guys. I'm based in Portolândia, São Paulo. Today is a fresh day uh, now, and we happy for it because yesterday it's hot a lot in here. I'm a system architect nowadays, but I have another experience in my life as product manager, product owner, system analytics, software engineer. My main role is .NET and Angular, and I'm here to improve my skills English to speak with more confidence. And is it for now.
Thank you so much, Tiago. I'm happy to know that it's fresh in Hortolândia because I know that it's so hot over there. Here in Curitiba as well, yesterday was kind of hot, but then it rained cats and dogs, as Americans say, and now it's fresh as well here. So, thank you so much, Tiago. Now, please, Ayla, could you please introduce yourself to us?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. It's a pleasure to be here to talk to you all in English. I'm Ayla. I'm from Belém. Belém is a hot city. Today, the weather here is cloudy, but unfortunately, it's hot. And I've been studying English since 2020, for over 4 years now. So I study French too. I like it to improve this language, and that's it for now. Thank
Thank you, Ayla. And I mispronounced your name at the beginning. I say Ayla. It's the way that we pronounce it on French, but in Portuguese or in English, Ayla. Okay, and thank you so much for being here again. For finishing our presentation, Juliano, please, would you mind introducing yourself?
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Juliano. I am 21 years old. I am science and technology student. My hobbies are reading manhwas, watch movies, things like that. I think that's it.
Thank you so much, Juliana, for being here again. I know that you are almost all of the my English immersion on Fridays here with us. So thank you so much. And for finishing our introduction, me guys. So my name is Christian Jimenez. I am from Bolivia. I currently live here in Brazil, in Curitiba, Paraná. I moved here in 2022 because of my job. So I currently work as a full stack software developer for a Brazilian institution. I am 36, I am married, and I started here my journey on TNT in 2022 as well. And I started as a host 2 months ago in English and 1 month ago in French. And that's it, guys, a little bit about me. I'm gonna resend the question here because I think that Juliano didn't get them. And then I'm gonna leverage the time for splitting up our immersion in two groups because we are 6 people, and it's better to break in different rooms to have more time to talk about the today's subject. Okay, so here in the main room we're gonna stay Tiago and Ayla, and to the other room I'm gonna send Wanda, Diogo, and Juliano. Okay, so just give me 1 minute. I'm gonna create here the groups manually. So I set Wanda, Juliano, and Diogo to the other room. And that's it, guys. So enjoy the conversation, respect each other's time, and see you in around 45 minutes. Okay? See you later, alligator. If you got the invitation, just accept it. And that's it. Okay, so guys, let's start with our today's questions. As I already said, we are going to talk about the power of gratitude. I think that is an important topic to talk about, or at least an interesting topic to know more from you. So I'm going to start with the question number one, and I'm going to start with you, Ayla. Okay. So the first one, how how does practicing gratitude influence mental health and overall well-being? What do you think about it, Ayla?
you. Okay. So I think practicing gratitude can improve our mental health um, by reducing stress, anxiety, for example, depression. I think it's a good energy when you are grateful. Um, I think it's a good quality when people are grateful. I think this quality can become us better people, pessoas melhores. I think it can improve our mindset, our uh, emotional resilience, and can improve overall happiness and the feeling of satisfaction in life. So I think it's a good quality. I appreciate it, and it's important to be grateful. That's it.
I completely agree with you. I think that it's crucial being grateful, thankful with all of the things that maybe that we have that are material things, or maybe the family that we have, the every single thing that we already achieved as well, because as you just said about the anxiety, I think that being grateful can reduce anxiety, because anxiety is created for things that are not here yet. When we are so worried about the future, for example, what am I going to study the next year, if I gonna get a rise salary the next year, and those kind of things or thoughts, sorry, those kind of thoughts create that kind of anxiety. And being thankful, being grateful for the things and for our life that is today, I think that reduce those kind of feelings like anxiety, pressure, stress, all of those that you just mentioned. So thanks so much, Ayla. And now, Tiago, what do you think about it?
I think 2 days ago, I I have I participated in a immersion about Thanksgiving, and the start of the Thanksgiving was when the colonials in America, in North of America, um, passed for a hard winter, and the Native Americans helped them and teach them how how plant corn and more things about uh, harvest and or farming, and they the Native Americans help them to survive in this winter, and in other seasons they plant, and when they have a harvest, they invited these Native Americans to participate uh, in, in this month, because we have the first harvest in this country. And it was a moment of gratitude that these colonials, and in this situation, gratitude helped to create a good connections, and mm, mainly when you have a great or a hard difficulty, and you 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 are in the stress like expectation, and someone help you to pass for the situation, and when this stress is left, you you made this gratitude for someone is crucial to to take a healthy a healthy a mental health, and we have to be well-being. I think it's important, the gratitude, the practice of the gratitude, uh, because you're not alone in this world. Uh, we need people around you, and
Hmm.
in the same time that you need help, you can give help for someone, and it's a I don't know, I think it's a exchange,
Hmm.
exchange between, and and you're not alone. You're not alone.
Thank you so much, Thiago. And it's been so interesting to know more from that short story that you shared with us. So thank you so much for bringing up that story and your insight as well. And as you just said, we are social beings. So I think that it's impossible to live alone. I'm not sure if there is a person in this world who is capable to live alone without social interaction. I think that is kind of impossible. So it's important to be grateful with people who are around us as well. So thank you so much, Tiago. And now let's move on to the question number two, guys. So the question number two goes like this. Why is it important to express thanks to others in both personal and professional relationships? What do you think about it, Ayla?
Well, I think expressing thanks, I think this can strengthen relationship. Because if I'm thankful, I'm grateful by showing appreciation, for example, in recognition. I think it build trust, uh, build trust, improve mutual respect, create a positive environment. I think especially in a professional environment, I think it's so health, and I think we need to think it about this every single day to create a good work environment. And I think this way there is a feeling of satisfaction, as I said before, and the feeling of belong. And when people feel good, I feel well in the environment, I think the relationship is good. There is a, a mutual respect, and it's so in this way we can uh, create a good relationship. It's it's essential. So for me, it's so important.
I completely agree, and I like that part that you just said about the respect. I think that being thankful is a way of being respectful as well, to respect the job, the work or the job that your colleague completed, or maybe something good that that person did or tried to did. I think that it's part of the respect, and it's crucial to create a good environment to work in. So thanks so much, Ayla, for your acknowledge, for your comments. Now, Tiago, what do you think about it?
I got that Ayla said in the first question. I think that's important because um, uh, the gratitude is a way that you recognize a person for for something, and it's important to know for other people that you recognize uh, uh, him or her that you recognize.
Mhm.
Um, I think that's a way to do it, and I think that's care with um, excessive gratitude because I don't know, um, maybe it's appear I don't know in English puxa saco, but excessive gratitude. Don't 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 you you, you are don't you don't appear I forgot again a real person.
Mhm.
I think that it depends uh, of the gratitude that you practice in your relation in person relations and professionals, but uh, I I I agree that we need a care with excessive gratitudes with that we demonstrate.
Mhm. Thank you so much, Tiago. And I have a random question about the topic, but it's not in our list. Have you ever had to give thanks to anyone in your job or in some colleagues or a classmate, but you didn't want to do that, but you had to, like an obligation?
Depends of the people. If you receive a gratitude, you you feel obligation to give the same of that you receive or more. I don't know. I think it's possible that this has a appearance to 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 be an obligation.
Thank you so much, Tiago. And you, Ayla, did you have an experience like that, that you had to give thanks to anyone that, but you didn't want to, but you just had to?
Uh, so I think I don't remember, but I don't know. I think I need difficult about it because I think for me it's I only can be grateful, thankful when it's too early. Uh, uh, so I think sometimes there is some situation uh, maybe difficult, maybe a little bit difficult situation, and especially in a work environment. But I think it's not true. And maybe sometimes people say only to get something, So sometimes I notice it. Sometimes people want to get only to take advantage of you, and they say grateful things. So, but I don't believe. Uh, so it's complicated. Sometimes there is some situation like this, especially in our work environment.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ayla. So let's continue with our today's questions. I'm gonna continue with you, Tiago, okay? The question number three. In what ways can being thankful improve one's outlook of life? What do you think about it?
Well, it's a good question. Oh, I think that we need to think positive in our teams. In the gratitude, it's one action for it. I think that it's an expression, it's an action that these mental positive things. And if you think in good and positive things, your life will be better. I think independent of the environment in our home, in our work, I think that's positive when you have the great food and good feel, good things, thoughts about your life and your work. It's a great way to to live.
Yeah, that's it. I think that when we start being thankful with everything, with every single thing that we have, that we feel, that we do, I think that our overlook or the way that we look at life changes completely. I think that we start enjoying more life because we stop thinking about the future, about our debts, about our the problems of our job, and we start, for example, being thankful for the job that we have. Because if we think if you think a little bit more about it, if you have any problem in your job, think in this way. Imagine that you wouldn't have that work. You wouldn't be able to pay your bills. Maybe you wouldn't be able to bring food to your house. Sometimes we complain too much about life, but we stop, or we don't think more about the things that things that annoy us brings or contribute to our lives, you know. So thank you so much, Tiago. And now, Ayla, what do you think about it? What do you think about the way that we all look the life when we start being more grateful?
Well, I think being thankful uh, improve a lot our outlook on life, because when we are grateful, when we are thankful, I think we stop complaining uh, a lot, complain about everything, and we start seeing the positive side of things. And even though when it happens something uh, bad, so is when you, for example, you make a mistake, when you failed, even though when there is something like this, I think we can learn from it. So I think it's important to be grateful, even if when you don't have incredible day. So I don't know, but it's I know it could be difficult for some people see like this, but I think when for me it's maybe it's nowadays is easy because I'm getting older, and I've been changing my mind, and I think my mindset is changing. And I remember when I was younger, and I complained, and I remember this, and I don't know, but I sometimes I think, oh my gosh, why uh, I I complain a lot about that situation, and it was so simple thing, and there is some people who face so difficult situation every single day. So, and I felt bad uh, about myself. So so because this I've been avoid complain. When I start complain because I'm a human being, and it's normal, I remember, no, stop, and uh, it's good to look around, and notice how my life is good, and how I could achieve and it's so important to change our point of view and
Mhm.
to be grateful about what we have, what you could achieve, because I want something and I feel frustrated because I can't achieve it. No, the life is now is so important to enjoy this, and it's part of to be grateful. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Ayla. And I'm gonna skip the question number 4. And I found the five more interesting to talk about, and it's related for one part that you mentioned about the point of view and our perspective. So we will be able to respond that question with that information. Okay. So I'm gonna continue with you, Tiago. Okay. So the question number 5. What are some simple daily practices to cultivate thankfulness? What do you think about it? Do you think that you practice maybe something special, or you have any strategies to cultivate thankfulness?
When I think to myself, I think that I don't have this culture to give thanks for, but I think is necessary. Um, well, one way that we have in my moment to thanks is when I have a lunch or dinner or breakfast when I pray for God to thanks for for He give me and He's blessed for me. But when I think about my relationships or or environment to work, mm, sometimes I don't have this culture. When I have help for someone, I I I give thanks for for this help. But I think it's not a practice that the question asked. And I don't have an idea how how practice that dire practice we need to create this this cultivate thankfulness.
Thanks so much, Tiago. And you mentioned something about so interesting about our religion. I think that it's shared in every single religion, that's giving thanks before lunching or before having breakfast. But I think that with the time, it start becoming something mechanic. It's kind of, oh, I have to give thanks just because I always did it. But we don't feel like, okay, I really need to give thanks to God in our case because we have food in our tables. I think that with time, it's start becoming like that, and in my personal opinion, it's not good. In my and about the question number 5, guys. So I started this year to try to be more thankful. Every single day that I wake up, I give thanks because I have one more opportunity to wake up, to to work as well, to be with my wife. And I started concentrating more in the little things, because if we just concentrate in the huge and the giant things, I think that we won't be happy. We won't never be happy because, for example, just giving an illustration in our English learning journey. if we just concentrate in the day that we are going to be fluent and we are not happy with one word that we use it today, one new word that we learned today, we stop enjoying our journey, you know. So if we just concentrate in that dream or that goal that it's a long-term goal, we stop enjoying our today's progress. So I am trying to apply the same thing in my daily basis, and it's working. I feel more grateful with every single thing that happens in my life or I achieve in my life. What about you, Ayla? What do you think about it?
So I think simple daily practice for me reflect on things uh, things I'm grateful for each day to make a prayer to be grateful to God and so I think it's so important. Say thank you sincerely to others, by convenience, like I said before. And I think what I totally agree with you, Christian. I think it's too good to focus on uh, positive positive experience and focus on what I could achieve and not worry a lot about what I want and to compare yourself to others. It's no good. I think something like that. I think each day I I try to work it in my mind and but when you decide it- to have this behavior, I think it could be helpful. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Ayla, for your comments, for your insights, and for your knowledge. Let's move on to the question number 6. I was thinking about how I would create respond this question. It was kind of difficult, but let's see if you have any interesting response to give to our conversation. So I'm gonna continue with you, okay, Ayla. So the question number 6: how can expressing gratitude help during challenging or stressful times? What do you think about it?
Oh, uh, I think gratitude shift the focus to what is still good, even in adversity. And this way, I think I can use it this as a motivation to keep going. And I think when I express gratitude during a challenging situation or stressful time. I think this capacity help us build the resilience, and I think we can promote um, a good perspective, and this way we can reduce feelings as um angry, anger, anger, uh, or bad feelings in general. So, uh, yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Ayla, and I agree with you. In my personal opinion, I think that it helps a lot during challenging and stressful times. For example, the last 2 weeks were kind of stressful to me because I had an important release or an important module on my job that we had to release. And in the last 2 weeks, I needed some help from my colleagues, and there were obviously, your colleagues. I don't consider my colleagues as my friends, and there are always some differences between colleagues, and you have some colleagues that you like to talk about different things, and you have some colleagues that just are over there, you know. And so I needed some help for my all my team. They performed so well. We were able to finish our module that was so important for our project, and that part of giving thanks was kind of interesting, I would say, because every time that some colleague finished a specific job that was related to that release, I had to give thanks to them. But my thanks was kind of was honest thanks, and I think that expression of gratefulness reduces my stress because that module was on me, was my responsibility, and every single help that I got, I think that and every single thanks that I gave reduces my stress, reduces the pressure, and I think that I started seeing or looking more the end of that job that we had to finish. So I think that it contributes so much of the reducing of stress and anxiety as well. And that's a good example I think that I can bring to the table. And I would like to know from you, Tiago, what do you think about it?
Um, I think I was thinking about it and the main subject that we talk. Um, I think that's great to help us to create a good habits because I really uh, um, 1 or 2 years ago the book Atomic Habits. And if we want to create a good habits, we need to track when you was and how how you are in this these steps to create this a new good habit and reflect one by one that you your progress in this create a new habit. It's what we need give a great to your mind fix that I'm in progress, a little progress, 1%, but I'm in progress. Uh, and I think when we have this expression of gratitude in the bad moments or challenges or straightful times, we help it to reflect. Oh, it's a bad time, it's a bad day, ho- uh, uh, but I I get a little progress in another thing that was my challenge, and I think, oh, I have a little progress. Uh, instead, I think instead, I don't know. Instead, the bad moment that I am. I think that give these little moments to in these moments it's necessary and maybe obligation to you overcome for this challenge and this this grateful time.
That's it, Tiago. Thank you so much for bringing up your comments, your insight, and your experience as well. So guys, let's move on to the question number 7, I think. Yeah, it's the 7 one. I'm gonna start with you, Ayla. What role does thankfulness play in building stronger community bonds? What do you think about it?
A good question. Uh, I, uh, I think thanks, thankfulness can improve our sense of belong uh, and connection. I think it encourages act of kindness and empathy and mutual support. I think because this relationship get strong and this way we can create a more supportive community, supportive and a helpful community. And it's so, for me, it's so incredible when there is this kind of community. What it truly matters, it's, I think, when you can outlook, outlook, I don't know, to have this insight and you start to focus what it truly matters. And it's like Tiago said in the beginning, the immersion, there is a good exchange and people feel people feel so grateful and this there is a good vibe and a good example. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Ayla. And I totally agree with that part that you mentioned it about thankfulness and gratefulness overall. I think that thankfulness and gratefulness is the key of relationships. Because imagine a relationship with a friend who made you a favor, and you said anything in return. I think that you wouldn't be. How can I say it? You wouldn't be improving that relationship with that friend if you act like that. So it's I think it's part of our interaction with others, the gratefulness and thankfulness. Obviously, there are some people who don't used to be like that, but I think that at least with our friends or with our closer relatives or closer acquaintance, be grateful and thankful. It's crucial to maintain or to maintain that relationship or get that relationship stronger. Thank you so much, Ayla. Now, Tiago, what do you think about it?
In a simple way, that I said in the beginning, the and similar that Ayla said, and you said too, it's a key, and it's a one way that you give acknowledgement um, for someone or for a, a people or uh, for someone or for a people that you acknowledgement you have acknowledgement for for something. Like I said in the start of Thanksgiving, was acknowledgement about the 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 knowledge that they received from Native Americans, and was a moment to recognize this And gratitude is it's special for express uh, this acknowledgement.
Thank you so much, Tiago, and I thank you so much for bringing up your insight and your comments. So I already called back the guys of the other room, and they are coming now. Welcome back, Wanda, Diogo. Juliano is over there. I was about asking about Juliano. So guys, I this is the time that we can share how was our experience in especially in the other room, because here in the main room we already participated, and I would like to know from you guys how the conversation was over there. How did you find this immersion, the questions? I'm gonna start with you, Diogo. How was it for you?
It's a very good, grateful. We are joking another rule. It's for me. It's I don't imagine this planner. It's be so too nice because normally we don't talking about this, né? And sometimes I try to better my life, my emotional intelligence, and I mean I have been studying a little about this, but to talking about these topics or any specifically question, it's a very good sensation. Thank you for giving this opportunity today. Graceful.
Thank you, Diogo, for being here and bringing up your insight to the table. Now, Wanda, how was it for you? How did you find this immersion, the subject, the today's subject was, how was it for you?
It was a really good conversation. I like so much talk about gratitude. I used to practice in gratitude all my day, and Diogo and Juliano get some thoughts, interesting thoughts about the subject. I really appreciate. Thank you for this topic.
Thank you, Wanda. Now, Juliano, how was it for you?
The conversation was very good, the subject, because it's very important have this kind of moment, to be thankful, to say good words for other people, to say good morning, say hello, things like that in general. So this conversation was very good because I could talk about it, I could notice about it. So thank you guys for it.
I completely agree. I think that it's important to be grateful, not just for the big things, as well for the little things, because we cannot give our life for granted or the little thing for granted. And now, Ayla, what did you learn today in this immersion? Did you learn maybe some words, new expression? How was it for you?
Yeah, it was so good conversation, Christian. I think I like so much to talk about gratitude, like Wanda said. I think gratitude is a good feeling. It's a good practice, and I think we can improve us as a better person. So when you can see how gratitude can improve our mindset for better. So yeah, I'm a little philosophy, but I totally agree about it, and I feel so good. I think when you are grateful, you can create a good environment, a good vibe, and everything is getting better. So yeah, thank you for
Thank
this.
you. Thank you, Ayla. And for finishing our today's immersion, Tiago, tell us about how was your experience, maybe something that you learned, or about your experience here in this immersion.
Well, I think that I remember now a phrase of some psychologists that they send gratitude you only receive and give thanks. Only it. You don't need explain or just give, just receive, and was a good time to talk about it. It's a pleasure. If it's a pleasure, stay here with you guys.
The pleasure is ours, Tiago, and thank you again for being here with us. And that's it for today, guys. So I just sent you here on the chat box the survey link. So if you have the time, please fill it up. See you in the next Friday. We'll be talking about planning summer vacations because my summer vacation are almost there. So it will be a good opportunity to talk about it. And that's it for today, guys. Hope you have a wonderful weekend and see you later. Bye bye.
Bye bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
guys.
Later.
Have a
Have a
good
nice week.
weekend. Bye bye.